All right, so this is Todd Atkins. I'm here with Andre Benkei, and you know, I don't know a lot about you. I mean, I remember you from the underground, and I know you told me that you kind of start out with Pequeno and Buscape. So maybe we could talk about that, like when you first got
Yes,
introduced to.
it's from a long time ago, more than 20 years ago. No, this like it's at that time where MMA was everything underground, no? And in Brazil was very hard because we don't have competition, especially in Rio. We are not allowed to have competition of MMA, and that's time no holds bar in Rio. And then I must to hype my fighters to they can go out, to they can fight outside. And here they have opportunity, very few opportunities only in Japan and Shuto, because you remember the politic on the past of Japanese era like this. If you people come from someone they know, they invite. But if they come from some they don't know, they never invited. That's happened. So many good fighters didn't hit the high level or hit the professional levels on that time because the Japanese politics. No? And the one who changed this was the great Joe Silva, when he comes to UFC and change that, and not it's not about where you come from, but who you are. This is much better.
Now,
And
when
at
did
that
you?
time, I was like, I was working on the underground 24 hours, and to try to hype my fighters. My fighters come from the old Carson Grace team because Carson was broke up with his old team, and they start to create the Brazilian top team, and Carson was alone. And then my master, karate master, I come from karate. This is my background is karate, luta livre, and judo. And my master is a Kyokushin karate, and friends of mine asked me, "Oh, bring your master to Carson because he needs someone to teach them to kick, to fight stand up." And I said, "Okay, I'm going there to help him." At that time, I had a big gym in Brazil, in Rio de Janeiro, big gym. I work with Cybex machines. They are like the best in the world at that time. I was one of those specialists in the world. It's the only one specialist in South America. And I have, like I said, good money. I have a good life to Brazil. I have a pretty good life on that time. And I helped my master, bring him there, Japanese. He started to train them. And I saw so many mess about training and the way they train. And say, man, this is the professional level you guys have? Yes, I say, master, can I help you? Bring them to my gym. I'm going to train them. I'm going to help them. Then I start to fall in love, man. Carson was the responsible for that. Right after that, Carson left. He left to America because he didn't have money. And he started to live with his son in Chicago. And he let all the fighters to me. He just gave to me. He said, Benkei, do something with them. And we create the Universal Atletico Gym, the one I start to hype. And I start to hype them to they can fight in Russia, to they can fight in Shuto, because at that time in Brazil, and only one way to fight in Shuto is you if you can go to João Alberto Barreto. He's the old man, with the old black belt from the Gracies, and actually he just collect money, man. He doesn't no help nobody. He just put the money in the pocket and put like a 40% or 50% for the fighters and make them fight when he wants, And I saw that and said, man, this is not right, This is not right. Then I started to work with the underground. I couldn't hit one of those responsible for the Shuto TV in Japan, Manabu Takashima. He went to my gym, and we start to show them Buscape, Pequeno, and Milton Viera, Paulo Filho, many good fighters they have there. And they start to like it, say, oh man, the way you guys training, like you put wrestling on. I was the first guy to bring the wrestlers to training with the MMA team. And also because I have friendship for both sides, people come to my gym from Luta Livre and from Jiu-Jitsu. For the first time in the world, there's two martial arts working and training together. Actually, three: wrestling, Luta Livre, and Jiu-Jitsu. That's was responsible to create in my gym the arm triangle, the people call anaconda at that time. Was created on that gym. Now everybody uses many variations of anaconda, but start there. How I start was the combination of three martial arts. The wrestling has the relay of 2 points. Then my fighters start to look at this relay and say, man, I believe I can submit that. Milton Viera. Milton Viera training many times to submit people with this, using this move. And sometimes happened, sometimes it didn't happen. And then Pequeno, the king of the guillotine, the guy who has the strongest guillotine in the world, he was looking, saying, maybe if you adjust this way, it's going to be good. Then Jucão, Paulão, and Buscape start to adjust the way if you can go. They come from jiu-jitsu, you know? And then they have many variations to go to the same spot. Then you have the three martial arts training together, and then you create that move. And now today is that time, as everybody knows, you know, have many different variations of the anaconda. But the original was anaconda, the arm triangle from the whole lay of 2 points in wrestling. There's many stories, no?
Yeah, I was wondering, like, when Pequeno and them started to fight in Shuto, was that you were the one behind that?
The first time, no. He was the first one to go there, and he went by João Alberto Barreto with his coach. Oh my God. I forget the name of his command. I'm starting to get old. But he went first with these guys, you know, and he was a champion. He conquested the belt, and he was the champion. But he paid for João Alberto Barreto more than 40% of his money fight, only to fight for nothing, because João Alberto Barreto didn't take care of nothing. Only send him an email and say, you have fights? Sign the contract and give to him. That's it. The only one thing he'd give to him, nothing more. Not take care about training, don't take care nothing, just about the sign and money. They collect the money. At that time, like I told you, I knew the guy. He started training with my team, and he started to change his training after his second time he defends his belt. He comes to me, and we start to train together. And for that time, approximately for that time, I start to know the guy. I knew the guy from the Shuto TV, Manabu Takashima.
Mm-hmm.
Then Manabu, as I said, Manabu come to my gym, look my fight, and say, okay, I will try to put them in a Shuto America. Then 2 fighters fought in Shuto America. Was Buscape and Milton Viera. Buscape won the fight, and Japan called him straight for Japan. Milton lost the fight, but was the most excited fight in the history of Shuto in America. He lost for the champion. He lost for Jake Shields. Was a great fight. Was an amazing fight. And Milton is a 145 fighter. He fought against the 7th top classes, and this guy become a world champion in Shuto after that fight. You know, was Buscape and him, and he become world champion. Buscape also fought in Japan. He fought against the best Japanese on that time on grappling, and he went straight for Japan. He fought like 36 hours, arrived, make weight. The other day fought, and he won the fight by decision. It was an amazing fight against the best grappler on that time in Japan.
Now, you know, you're getting involved in this stuff. What made you decide? I mean, I know you said you saw they weren't getting much money, but what made you think I want to get involved in this kind of stuff? You know, because it's a lot of work.
Man, craziness. At that time, I have no money on this business. No, I just spend money. I spend money to train them and put them to have the best equipment ever, supplements, everything, man. I gave my life on, because I just love the game. I started to love the game. And right after that, after Buscape won that guys in Japan, and he comes back. He was already won in Russia, 2 belts as well, Milton as well. And we start to win everything. You know, many guys have big eyes and start to talk to my partner at that time. My partner at that time was a Marinho, black belt from Carson. And try to convince, these guys try to convince Marinho they can have more money. If they train, they make a gym in Barra. And Marinho wants to go to Barra de Tijuca. My gym is in Botafogo. South zone to Barra de Tijuca is very far away. I say, man, this is my, look, I didn't make money with this business. I just put my heart on, but my gym is my, you know, is the money I put in my pocket so I can survive. I cannot leave my gym, go to Barra da Tijuca, or close my gym here and open another one there. This is not make sense for me right now. And he said, okay, I'm going by myself. And then say, okay, if you're going, I gave him all the team, I gave him all the fighters, I go with them, with him. They will make it good for you guys, but I cannot go. I'm going to stay here. And this is about 2-3 months. Nothing happened. This guy is just, you know, many talks, big talks, still have a lot in the business. And this guys told him, oh man, I'm going to make it this, I'm going to make that, but they never made nothing. And this guy was end up without place to train him. And no fighters as well. And they come to me. I said, Benkei, please help us. I say, I cannot do nothing anymore. Because my gym, I closed the area because my partners, they say, please, let's make money on this area. No, let's put bikes and then I put more things, bikes over there. And I have an indoor bike class there. They have a lot of students already. I say, I cannot stop this anymore. You know, does not make sense. And then I say, okay, I'm going to Brazilian Top Team, talk to Bebel, one of those owner of Brazilian Top Team. And I talked to Bebel. Bebel is my good friend, still friend forever. And at that time, he said, well, Benkei, of course I want the guys, you know. And they will come here, say, all of them. Then I gave my entire team to him. Many good, great fighters, you know. And and they became the best fighters of them after the couple years. You know? And I gave to all of them. And now I end up in my gym with no fighters, very sad because I love the game, but this is not make money, you know. I say, man, but my heart was broken. And Hermes Franca and Dan Lambert was always talked with me in a underground forum. I didn't know it was Dan Lambert at that time. It's just Hermes. I always talk to Hermes. And Hermes said, Benkei, I'm going to Brazil. Hermes was at that time broke up with the American Top Team. He went to Brazil and he started to, hey, can you train me? I said, yes, I'm going to train in Brazilian Top Team and with you. That's okay? I said, man, of course, they're my brothers, they're in team, you know? And I started to train him and he likes and say, Benkei, let's do a camp in America. I said, man, I'm going to leave my gym to make a camp for you in America. I said, please, Benkei, please. And I called to my partner and say, hey, guys, give me a break. I need 2 months to go to America. And they say, okay, go. I went to America with Hermes. When I was there, I make the camp. I fall in love more because I saw all the structure in America. Everything is we can make it. And I met Liborio. That time was just Liborio there. Kona and Marcelo was in jail. And the other owners, no, it's Marcelo Silveira, Conan Silveira, Liborio, and Dan Lambert. Marcelo Silveira and Conan was in the jail for, you know, drug dealer stuff. And I saw the gym. I saw there's so much potential, so many good guys who wants to be something, you know. And man, I say, you know, I love this, man. I want to stay here, but Liborio on that time, and then as well, they say, we cannot pay you that much. We cannot give you like too much right now because I know the team that didn't make money, and we are looking for, you know, make more a gym to regular people training, not for professionals. And I say, man, but you guys have everything to make great professionals here. And they say, okay, if you want to come, it's just a salary. I don't remember exactly, man. It's like a $2,000 or something like that. It's not covering my expenses at all. You know, it's like craziness because in Brazil, I make like that time, like almost $10,000 per month in my gym. I'm on my own gym. My gym has 1,000 students every month, easy, like a Playboy life. You know, they have no reason to come to America. And I come back to Brazil and I start to be very sad. And Pitbull, Thiago Alves, call me all the time, send me a message. Benkei, come, man. We need you here. We need you to help us. You know why? Forget about it. I went to America, man. I just selling my gym to my cousin, was my partner, but he has a small part. I gave the gym to him. And I jumped deep with America top team. In 3 years, we come from nobody knows America top team to the best team in the world. I working very hard, underground. Nobody knows. Now people knows because now people see Liboro, like Dan Lambert say, he was always sleeping. He was always sleeping. I working, he's sleeping. That's the truth. And that we made it. I brought Pahumpa. Pahumpa was a guy, was people don't like that much, but we need a black belt to train the BJJ guys. You know, we need a guy to be a BJJ coach. I brought Pahumpa, and Pahumpa became a great coach like now. He's one of those great coaches in the world. No? I'm very proud of this. I brought him for that because he was not, people didn't even look at him. And I say, you got crazy, this guy's from Carson Grace, a high-level black belt from Carson Grace. You guys must listen to him. And then he started teaching everybody, coaching everybody. Today, he's one of those great coaches in the world. And like I said, when I arrived there, I told many guys from the, like Puma, the guy was, today is the one of those head of America top team. I told Liborio, I told even Dan Lambert, say, guys, in 3 years, this is going to be the best team in the world. In 3 years, Brazilian top team and shoot box is going to be under America top team. And everybody laughed on me. You crazy, Benkei. Yeah, I'm crazy, but now look at them.
Now, was this the same big place that you see like on the videos now, or was it a different location for American top team?
Oh, different location. That was my dream at that time. You know why? Like, what happens like this? I went to American top team. I forget everything. I give my heart. We made a great team, you know. In 2007 was the best team in the world. Joe Rogan said, you know, in 2007, this is the best team in the world. It was the best team in the world. We made it. And I was not happy with the structure of America top team. And also everything's happened because when I was in Japan, nobody wants to go to Japan. It's very far away, you know. It's not no glamour, no money. It's less just travel and very hard to travel there. And I travel all the time to make GZ, 2 times world champion, George Santiago, 2 times world champion, made Marcus Aurelio won Gomi on that amazing fight. Dennis Ken as well, you know, like so many guys start to win, and Pitbull start to get up on the UFC, and we are about to have 3 belts in the line to UFC in 2007. Was Wilson Gouveia, was Thiago Silva, and Thiago Alves. The 3 kids couldn't be on the spot to be champion if they won the upcoming fights. But what happens like that? When you know, at that time, everything was in Vegas, and everybody wants to go to Vegas. And they start to make mess because we have a training special, and then someone jump on and start to try to coach them because the spotlight. And this is very bad. And also the structure we have for training the fighters was not right. You know, we have a gym. This was a Liboro gym. It was not a real American top team headquarters like they have now. And then one day I come to Dan Lambert's office and I start to talk to him, bro, we must change that. You must change it. We need to have one place to train. You need to have a professional camps. To the one who coached them is the one who trained them. Not someone just jump there and start to coach them without know what they are training in the training camps. You know, this is wrong. And then after that, they start, and I right after that, I left his office, and then Marcus Aurelio and Thiago Alves brought me to the place named Prime Time. Was that time they are made a project to all the trainers in America, from the best from the football, the best from baseball, the best from basketball. they have a place to train their athletes and also for regular people. And that people said, Benkei, if you bring the American Top Team here, we're gonna build for you guys a training center in our backyard here, only for you guys, and we just need to use your name and associate with us. I say, man, this is great. They don't need to even spend money. Then I come to them. We made a meeting, and in that meeting, people said, I want to stole the entire team for that place. Man, this is crazy. You know, I love American Top Team. I forgot everything about that. And then people say that. I got very upset. Today, I regret that because I must be less passionate, you know, be more smart. But I was very passionate at that time. And because that, I left the team. I left the team, but I still trained them. Even after, because I started to work on prime time, and all the big names of the American Top Team training in prime time for free with me during 1 year. But then they start to sabotage. I couldn't train them the way I trained before. And then I say, after 1 year, I say, man, forget about, you know, and I start to do my own things. Right after that was the fight when Bigfoot fought Fedor. When I made the camp for Bigfoot, he left the team. We made the camp for Fedor, and he won the Fedor the way you saw. And that camp, I brought 4 kids: Guto Inocente, Asker Cyril, Eli Latif, and Vitor Miranda. All four guys after that fought in UFC and became levels of famous, of course. Not big names, but all 4 fought in UFC. And Guto was also in Glory beside UFC. And right after that camp, I have a problem with these people from prime time because politics from American Top Team try to take me out because they want to make American Top Team on that place. But I found that I left to Missouri because I got upset because I made everything, and then this has happened. I left to Missouri to hit squad camp, and they supposed to make American Top Team there, but end up today build Blacklizians. That place became a first Blacklizian gym, and that people was the foundation of Blacklizians. Trying to take me out of the business, they create their own enemy, Blacklizians. For a long time, they became enemies and fight each other for a long time. I was out of this. I went to Missouri and started to train hit squat. And then after that, I went to Brazil. There's many things happened after that. I went to Brazil, and when I was in Brazil, they called me to train the Blacklizians to fight against the American Top Team. I trained all the fighters from the camp was under me and George Santiago. I was the one to organize the camp and George Santiago, because I'm supposed to help George to become a coach, because he was before he was a fighter, he was in the transition to be a coach. And that for that camp, I helped him to make that transition. I made the camp for him, with him and for him, and then we won the tournament over there. But was a very surprise for American Top Team when I went to that show. No? And we are you don't know that because what's happened behind the scenes, we are 6-0 on them. We make 6 fights and we won 6 fights straight, and they didn't expect that because that show was made it to American Top Team beat Blacklizians. You know? It's like everything was made it to them, beat them bad, but happened exactly the opposite. Was 6-0 for 6-0 5-0. Now I don't remember 6-0 5-0, and people call me and ask me what my opinion about Dan Lambert, and everybody suppose I'm gonna say something bad because I was the other side, and I said the truth. Dan Lambert was the best thing ever happened in MMA sport. That's the simple truth. If it was not him, we are not talking now. UFC was not there now because he built the entire sport in America, in the world. That's the truth.
Well, what is his background? I mean, I don't even know a lot about Dan Lambert.
Dan, there is a black belt from Carson as well, because he's coming from Liboro. You know, he's black belt from Liboro. Very good grappler. Very good grappler. He loved the sport, man. He loved the sport. He was, like, people don't know, but I was there, you know. I told you because I was there. When he started to build step by step the sport, he helps many different states with the small shows. He sent the fighters from American Top Team there. He paid to the fighters, also paid the opponents. Sometimes he helps the guy with the money to build the show. Look, he did for a long time, for many years. When everybody don't know nothing about MMA, when everybody don't put money on MMA, he was putting money there. He was putting money there. Also, not that just this, he organized in all states and helped to organize all states from the boxing commission, for they be organized to have a referees, a quality referees to the shows. He is the man. He is the man. He also bought UFC. I know that. He bought UFC from the beginning. And when the Fertitas brothers and Dana White come to him, he was already put the down payment. And when the Fertitas brothers come to him and they said, oh, we have the plan to make something big with the show, he said, okay, it's yours. He gave to them without no money. Okay, it's yours. They didn't pay him back the down payment he did, because he really loved the sport, man. This guy, I had my problem with him because he took a little bit time to understand what I say. At that time, I told him about the problems with American Top Team. Today, he made everything I said. He made his own gym. He made his own training center. Now it's perfect, beautiful. And he put now coach in the high level. My former fighters, Mike Brown, Dean Thomas. I'm very proud to see them there. And all of them now start to, you know, Pahumpa. That people are really, really good coach. And now he has a very good structure. I'm very proud of this because I saw that from the beginning, you know. I was the original coach for all of them, and then see them now succeed this way. I'm very happy to see that.
Was Dan Lambert a businessman or something? I mean, where did he get the money to?
Yes, man. He's a business. His business is from tourism. He's has control every hotel, boats and flights to Florida, to Disneyland, Disney World and Disneyland and stuff like that. You know, he's the man of his business is all about tourism.
And then he just used that to fund everything.
Yeah, he's very successful on that. And then he made the MMA his passion. And because that, I told you, because that today we are here talking and all over the world talking about MMA, he was the responsible to start everything and to create the basis of we have today.
So when you leave American Top Team, you went back to Brazil?
No, when I leave American Top Team, I stay in America with the Prime Time. And then I stay with the Prime Time for about almost 2 years. Then I made the camp for Bigfoot fight Fedor. And like I told you, and that bad, I didn't like it. I went to Missouri. I stayed in Missouri 1 year and a half with Hit Squad.
What did you think of Missouri? You know, I live in Oklahoma. What did you think of Missouri?
Man, look, if you call me and say you have to retire yourself in Florida or Missouri, choice. I don't blink. Missouri. I love Midwest with all my heart. People from Midwest is totally different. They are true Americans. In Florida, we have so many hustlers. In Missouri, you have the heart of America, bro. I have so many good friends there. I'm Cardinal for life. I love baseball because them. I truly love the place and the people from there. This is they stay in my heart forever. I left because my ex-wife didn't like it, the cold weather there. And in 2012, the MMA started to be big in Brazil again. And then she asked me to coming back to Brazil. And she was pregnant for my daughter now, this one here. And now she has 8 years old. And she was pregnant for her, and she said, please come in, let's go back to Brazil. I don't like this weather. I didn't want to go, man, because I love the place. I love the people. And also there was the heart of a wrestling of America. You know? They have the best program to college wrestling there. It's an amazing place, bro. But she asked me, wives and daughters coming up, and okay, I went back to Brazil. It was a big mistake of my life, bro. It's the one I really regret.
So you ever spend any time like in the Ozarks, around Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri, or?
Yes, man. It was like I went to the Branson as well.
Yeah, Branson. Yeah, a lot of people go to Branson.
Branson.
Maybe a little more country style, I think, but yeah, a lot of people go there, like Silver Dollar City, and they have those small shows, the showrooms and all the music.
Yes.
So you went and saw some of that?
I truly love that, bro. This place is for me, it's the best place in the world.
It was funny when I first moved back to Oklahoma. I've been in Hawaii and Japan. I moved back to Oklahoma, and me and my wife, we went to Branson in February.
Uh-huh.
And we go there, and the people at the tourism place, they're like, there's no one here right now, because it closes for like until I think March or April.
Yes.
Everything closed. So they said, why are you here? No one, no, nothing's open. There's like one show open. Everything else was closed, But I didn't know, I just did that. Yeah. So there's nobody in Branson, like it was empty.
Oh man, this is a must to see because I went there 3 times. All 3 times are so busy.
Yeah, like February, it's empty. There's no one in the hotels, no one on the roads, no one anywhere. So you can go to some of the tour places, like, they have that Titanic and
yes,
some of these different museums. You can go and there's nobody there.
That's good.
Yeah, so
I'm about to go back to America.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a moment. I wanted to ask about when you go back to Brazil, because you talked about how even though it had good structure in America, you have a lot of this people break up. They do their own. In Brazil, was it easier to deal with that?
When I went back to Brazil, also was very hard. I'll tell you why. It's here in Brazil. It's the law about contracts and everything is very hard. I made so many good deals, possibility to make a good teams and good structure, and everything was destroyed because the paper here has no values. Mm-hmm. Just to tell you, one guy in south of Brazil, they have a place named Gramado. It's a nice place, man. It's like a Germany. And they have only 2 attractions during the whole year. They have a Christmas. They have a special Christmas there, and everybody goes there for the Christmas. And also they go there for the movie festival. They have a special movie festival there, and this is a special for Brazil, the best movie festival in South America. And then everybody went there for that shows, But beside that, they don't have nothing more. But they have amazing structure in hotels and everything. One guy there asked me to build a team there and make also a show, a MMA show. They will make this 1 time per month. Then it's gonna be good because they have an entire structure for hotels and everything. It's gonna be like Vegas. That's the idea. And he made me sign a contract 15 years. I cannot do with nobody, only with him. And he has a little like really structure. He has money and has many stores. And this guy looking for me and said, in my opinion, I said, okay, let's make it because this guy has how to make it. But man, I went there. Everything started to be good. We make 2 shows. We brought many guys from all over the world, like Gono, Akihiro Gono, coming back to his retirement from there. He went there straight. And also like guys from Azerbaijan, like we just have now the retirement of Khabib. Khabib has no defeats in MMA, but he has one defeat in Sambo. He lost for this guy. I brought from there, and he was also training to adapt himself to MMA, and was supposed to have a very good team there. No, we have Neto BJJ. Now he's in UFC. He started training there on this team, and everything was right. Everything was good. But then this guy, crazy man, started to using cocaine, start to spend his money in cocaine. He lost everything. He broke up in a couple months. And then I end up with many fighters, with this guy, have no money more for pay nobody. But the people from there wants to buy the business, but this guy didn't sell the business. And I'm locking the contract with him. Look at the craziness in Brazil, no? I'm locking the contract because I don't want to make a broke up contract, but he can broke up contracts with payments or many things, and it's crazy because I must put from my pocket. I put everybody's back to their own country, and okay, I end up with many friends. They're still my friends today, but I lost a lot of money on this, and that's the reality of Brazil. Like, you cannot trust nobody. It's hard to deal with here because the project they have no mentality to make the things step by step, to go to follow goals. You know, you hit one goal, then you go to another goal, to another. No, here you must do right away, or they screw up you and you end up without your project. Then I tried for 2 years and then I said, nah, forget about it. Then I started to travel all over the world, no? Many different places. I went to Germany, I went to Austria, I went to Pakistan recently with the UFC gym. And that's my life. I go to the place, organize, make fighters, put them in UFC, and left to the other place, do the same thing. Now I try to do my own things now, my own gym, my own team. And I hope that time people around me have the same mentality, same passion I have we can make it.
So
I believe we have.
So you have some guys coming up that are going to fight, right? You were telling me.
Yes. During that time, I travel with the people like this. I'm have some fighters attached with me, you know, and I have one guy. He's the best 77 kilos now in Brazil, outside of UFC. He's undefeated for the last 9 fights. Is Bruce Souto, his name. He's 77 or 84. He is always in the Borrachinhas camp. He helps a lot Borrachinhas in his camp. He's a very good guy. Very good guy. One of those best people I knew in the sport, you know. And he's a strong fighter, very strong fighter. Bruce Souto. He wants to come with me for this new project. And I have another kid. This kid, I put all my money to say to you, he's going to be champion of the world. 61 kilos, I cannot see nobody with his power. His name is Carlos Pikachu. His nickname Pikachu. He has so much power, bro. His last fight in Austria, he fought against a kid was just fought in Bellator. And this kid was the best 66 kilos in Europe, outside of America, outside of UFC. And he fought with my kid, who's supposed to, this Austria kid, supposed to make 61. He didn't make it. And they make a catch weight on 63. My fighter is a 6'1" easy. And they fought in Vienna. Man, was so brutal. I sent to you the video. So brutal knockout. So brutal knockout. The guy went straight for the hospital. I never see nobody with heavy hands like this kid. So much power in both hands. Both hands. He's a very good boxer. You know, very good boxer. Very good boxer skills. Also grappler, amazing grappler. Wrestling, his wrestling is pretty decent. He must train a little bit more to really consolidate himself as a champion, as I can see. But man, with his hands, I never see nobody. And now I have the right coach to train his hands. He's coming from Cuba. He's a Cuba national team. He was with me in Pakistan, waiting in Pakistan to go also to America to train this guy, Carlos Pikachu, to become champion of the world. I put my money on him. He's going to be champion of the world. 61 kilos. Nobody can survive with this kid. Nobody. In shape, training with this coach, plus the other coach we have there, forget about. He's going to destroy people. Destroy. It's like going to be knockout until he's became champion. I can't see nobody to survive his hands. Nobody. Just to you understand, he put Thiago Silva, 93 kilo guys, very tough in striking, to walk back up many times in sparring training with 61 kilos. He was 68 kilos when he was off season. 68 kilos. And he makes 61 easy. He can make 57 if you want.
So are these guys going to come with you when you go to America, or how's that going to work?
Yeah. Yes, like we are now, like waiting for everything's be open. No? We cannot start nothing without the borders be open, the visas be open. No? It's impossible. I had green card, but now I gave back my green card. Now I'm European. I have European passport now, and I'm going to first apply to work visa when I come back to America, to San Francisco. We're going to be in San Francisco, and then we're going to bring these kids as well as athletes from us. The 3 kids. Guto Innocente, also the heavyweight, was up before in UFC, also in Glory. He's coming back to MMA now, and now he's also wants to be on that project. Bruce Soto, this kid from 77 kilos, and also Carlos Pikachu. These 3 kids, and plus other guys from Europe, they have not good name, and they start now, but good fighters, and many guys from America, from local fighters. And then with that's together we're gonna make a new team there in San Francisco. And there we have already waiting for us a Junior Killer, a former Blacklizian fighter. Now he's a coach. He's going to be our kickboxing coach. We're going to bring this Cuban coach I told you, Yusmani Despan. He's a Cuban national team coach for the last 10 years. Also for the national team as a fighter as well, from Cuba. He's coming to me. He comes with me to San Francisco, and we are negotiating my former our American wrestler from Missouri. He was long time top in his division in Greco as well. And that time he was a top on the Greco. We have other guy, have 2 guys in America as a top for junior, and one is a John Jones, another one is also him. He was in the same time as John Jones fighter. He was also a fighter on Greco-Roman. He's amazing coach, amazing fighter as well, as amazing coach, one of those best coaches I ever seen in wrestling. He's from Missouri, and we are negotiating with him he can go as well with him to San Francisco to live with us there, and we can create that team and also the concept of the team. We are looking for make there same thing of Tigers Muay Thai team make in Thailand. They're gonna be an open camp. Anyone in the world, any kind of level can go there. We're gonna train them as well, like Tigers Muay Thai camp.
Why did you settle on San Francisco as the place?
Because first, we have a guy there. He's a businessman, and he has some local projects who can help us to pay the coach. Because the problem to any team is to pay the coach. Because for you build a team, you need to have time. For have time, you need to pay the coach. How you can make a team without a good coach, you know? And for you have the good coach, you must have a business to support that coach. And he has a local project we can train in the young kids for the city, and the city is going to help us to pay the coach, of course, and to build that business together with training the local kids, the local trouble kids, no? The local trouble kids. We're going to take the trouble kids from outside of the street and we're going to make them good people, and they help us to pay off our coach so we can build that project for the future and build for San Francisco the best team in the world in 5 years. Believe me.
So I know you told me that your guys were going to fight in the Contender Series. Do you know when they can? I mean, with what's going on?
They also waiting for the borders. No? They are supposed to fight both Carlos Pikachu and Bruce Soto. Both are invited to the Contender, but because the pandemic situation, they couldn't do it. That's bad, you know. I had another guy in Austria. We have another guy with us who fought in Contender, and he training there. He was with many injuries, knees and everything. I fixed everything, put him in shape, and sent him to American top team. Zé Comé. He fought in Contender, won submission, and then he just lost. Now he won his first fight in UFC, and a couple of weeks ago he lost on Iceland. He got a knockout. He got a knockout for something like that. But he was with us in Austria, and we fixed many problems on him. He has knees problems, posture problems. We fixed everything, put him in shape, and sent him to American top team. He fought in that the last Contender, the last show to Contender, who possible to the foreign people fight and training.
What do you think of Contender Series compared to like when it was back when we first started, you know, following the sport? What do you think about? A lot of guys now don't have a lot of experience.
I prefer that show. I prefer the Ultimate Fighter show because make them have more fights inside of the show, make them have contact with the good fighters, you know, make them have to training different ways so they learn more. And also you have how choice like Joe Silva did, you know, guys with the good record, guys with the little bit experience, you know. And that one, I don't know. Can I give to you my opinion about what's happened in UFC in short time? Like after Joe Silva, bro, many things changed. The quality of a choice is poor. I will tell you one story. Like it's easy to communicate to Joe. Anyone can send an email to Joe, and he's gonna answer to you. He's gonna answer to you. He's gonna say, "Oh, I have this fighter." And Joe's going to send to you, man, in 24 hours, maximum 48 hours. He's going to send you back and say, this guy needs this, this, and this. He did this many times, you know. Right now, you go to San Shelby and the other guy, before you get answer, it's very difficult. The guys I knew for a long time, like San Shelby, I knew when he was a guy to work in the office of UFC, you know.
And he had the website, yeah. Remember, he had the small website.
Yes. And then now, bro, I send him sometimes a message to him. He didn't answer, or take like years to answer. And this is not right, you know. I believe this is the contact of Joe Silva has with the coach, with the people really involved in the sport, made possible. You have so many good fighters, you know, like so many good fighters, so many years. That was, for me, was the big difference between Pride time and UFC time. Pride time, you must come from in Brazil. Only you come from Brazilian top team or shoot box, or you're not gonna fight, or Gracie family. There's three possibilities, you know. And UFC show many different guys from many different places in Brazil because they are good. They are good. They just need an opportunity. But Joe see them and say, okay, I need this guy, I need this guy, I need this guy. It was not because it was not more where you come from, but who you are. Joe changed that. Joe, man, was the man. And after Joe, I don't see this anymore, bro. This is concern me a lot. You know, this is really concern me. How the thing's gonna be, you know, in future to show up new talents and really good talents, you know. The politics behind the things now is truly different. I truly prefer Joe Silva. Whatever, if he can listen to us right now, if he's listening to us right now, Joe, you're the man. Forever.
But why do you think he walked away when he did?
I don't know, brother. Truly don't know. It's a politic, you know, and he has a, when Joe is a very serious guy. When you cannot, he's like me. I know, old school crazy guys. When you cannot do your job and cannot do the things the right way, you look at and say, man, I prefer leave. I believe it was pretty much things like that, you know. He couldn't do the way he believes, and he just left. I believe so. But I don't know. I don't know behind the scenes about that. I didn't talk to Joe for a long time, you know. I want to talk. As soon as if I have the opportunity, I will ask him that as well. This is also my...
I don't think anyone's talked to him publicly. I haven't really seen him talk much, you know.
Yeah, he's just disappear from the scenes, but he's like that, man. He's a gentleman. Joe Silva is the man. For me, he must have a statue like him and say one of those guys responsible to change the sport the way we see now. For me, it's the guys must to have a respect for everybody. Dan Lambert, Dana White, because he did many things, man. This is where Master, they're crazy, but he did many things. And look the way UFC right now, many things because him as well. Joe Silva and Royce Grace, because him, we are here as well. This is the people really changed the modern of MMA. This is my opinion.
What is your memory of Pride when you would go there?
Pride and K1 was the greatest thing I ever saw in my life, bro. It's like, man, the energy. The energy was like amazing, brother. It's like, the energy was something you cannot explain. No? The Japanese fans are totally different. Like we go to UFC, it's nice. The glamour of the show of UFC is nice. Okay, it's tough. Like you feeling they treat the fighters as tough guys. Okay, in Japan they treat the fighter as a hero and coach as well. It's totally different, brothers. Totally different. I love Japan. I love Pride. I love Heroes. I love K1. That was the best time of my life. Of course, also my best results was from there as well. But Shuto, Sengoku, Pride, Heroes, Dream, K1 was something I cannot forget in my life.
Now, let's talk about a little bit about like when you're dealing with Pride, how was it different than like dealing with the UFC over there as far as the business part of it went?
For the business part is the way I told you, like in Pride or in Japan time, you must have a middleman. You cannot talk straight. After a long time, I couldn't talk straight because I started to be more Japanese than them. I was raised by a Japanese guy. Then the way I talk, the way my interviews are always much more Japanese than than the gaijin. Then they start to be like know as more Japanese than the gaijin, because the way I'm talking, the way I'm example the things, you know, with their own culture. Some young guys, they don't, like Agono said, I'm more Japanese than him because I was rising by old Japanese. Then for me, I learned the history of them and from the old guy from Japan, you know? And then I used that for my communication and on that time. And but was like Japanese people, they have a mentality of mafia. You must to come from somewhere. You must to have some name. You must to have some politic to can communicate or selling your fighters. And UFC with Joe, that's I told you, when UFC with Joe, you must to show you are good on what you're doing. And then Joe's going to open the door for you. And Pride, no. That's one of the reasons they are also doing the same thing as business. They make a show of Pride, it's beautiful, but they never talk about or think about or thought about a business behind this. UFC was the business behind everything. Everything was a business way. Everything has a reason. They have a quality on the image. They have a quality of a treatment. They have a quality of attract media and everything. And Pride didn't have that. Just made a big show. They spend a lot of money, but they have no business behind it. That's what I always felt. You know, the difference. The difference. Of course, the empathy of the public of Japan is much better than we had in America. Like I said, in America, they treat the fighters as a tough guys. In Japan, they treat the fighters as heroes. It's totally different treatment of and mentality of the fans. You know, that's because if you ask anyone, from Minotauro to Vanderlei Silva to anyone who had the experience of Pride and has experience of UFC, they're gonna say Pride is much better because the feelings of the fans. Because the feelings of the fans. Nothing because the business, because business is UFC. But it's because the feelings of the fans. The fans in Japan made that difference. The people behind the scenes, unhappily, they have no business mind in Pride, and they have a lot of business mind in UFC.
Now, I wanted to ask you about like Muslim fighters. You know that you're seeing a lot of Muslim fighters now, and you're practicing Muslim. I kind of
Yes.
want to ask you. You know, I live in Saudi Arabia when I was little. You know, maybe 6 to 12 years old, and I kind of want to ask you what you think about. I mean, I know fighters have success because they're good fighters, but I think, you know, fighters that have faith, I think it's a big advantage. You know,
Yes. Look, I
what
just
do you
made a
think
post
about?
about. I just made a post about that. It's like it's like for me, because I saw that. You know, I saw that in the fight business. The fight business is very dirty. Fight business, it's make the guys, the fighters, got craziness about the spotlight. A spotlight is a poison, and people who surround that spotlight is more poison than the spotlight. It's everything's dirty because when you became champion, everybody's your friend. Everybody comes to you. Everybody hug you. Everybody's be with you, and everybody wants to be with you. And like you said now, I will tell you a story. I have a fighter. This guy was like a son to me. I train him not as a professional, as a dad. This is I'm feeling was his father. I train him with all my passion until he fight to the title. He fight for the world title in UFC. And that time he betrayed me bad. And he was just met a guy. This guy was the guy who creates the gap, the distance between us. This guy made all distance between me and this guy because this kid feeling me as a father figure and I feel him as my son. And this guy got in the middle and put a big hole between us, because he will start to fill in the mind of my fighter with craziness about he doesn't need nobody. He's the man. He can beat everybody. He don't need nobody. He is the man. He can make everything by himself because he's a champion. This guy was a car dealer. This my fighter bring him and make him his manager. And as a manager, he's not bad. He start to make money for this kid. He comes to all the guy he sponsored, and he makes a lot of money for that kid. And that make the kids gonna open eyes like this. Oh man, this guy knows how to talk. Yeah, he knows how to talk. He's a car dealer. But he made this big hole between us. I left this kid after he lost his fight for the title, won a camp. And this camp, we supposed to train in Colorado Springs. We arrive in Colorado Springs. The day we arrive, this manager called him and said, come back to Florida. I have a lot of money to you here. Why are you doing this? Forget about this. Let's do in Florida. And this kid come to me and say, hey, let's go down to Florida because I don't want to make the camp here. I say, you crazy, man? Had 25 fighters coming here to your camp. Everything's ready for your camp here. I cannot train you in Florida because I was out of American top team. Then I cannot train him in Florida. I say, no, let's go there. Let's go there because I'm not gonna lose so much money, and let's go there. Okay, we went there. When we went there, the coach, striking coach, as well as me and the striking coach, Muhammad Wali, went to Europe. He lost his visa. He couldn't come back. He couldn't come back. And then he said, let's go to Europe. No, let's stay in Miami. I said, man, you're crazy. We are together for a long time. It's 9 fights in a row, all knockouts. And you're going to stop at this. No. I have another coach here. We're going to train with this coach. I need this money. I was blind, I say, it's my son. I say, okay, let's do it. And I give him a little bit, of course, physical part, we couldn't do because prime time, we have a nice equipment and we did everything. But technical part was very bad. Okay. I went to the fight. I'm supposed to be in his corner. When I was walking to the arena, my name was not there. My name was not in his corner. I couldn't make his corner. He fought to the title with 4 guys, never coach him in his life. To the title. Okay. Everything was this manager behind. And I broke up with him because I saw he using a sponsor. And this sponsor on this shirt, and that time we can use a sponsor on a shirt. And this sponsor was supposed to make all my business, all my job. This guy was saying to the world, he was doing my job with him. And I got mad. I said, you crazy, bro? Like, I do this for free for you. I'm not gonna even get the name of the title because this guy is gonna steal everything I did for you. No, but he did. He was using the sponsorship from the guy who was saying, doing my job. That because I broke up with him. When I left him, he was top 2 in the world. You know what happened with him. You know what I'm talking about. Who I'm talking about. Thiago Alves. And the manager is Kikawa. Now you understand what's happened with the big name, supposed to be the biggest name in the history of the sport, John Jones. Same manager. It's not coincidence. It's not coincidence. Same manager. That's history, bro. But Khabib, the guy who has values, the guy who has religion behind him, have something higher than his own pride, than his own ego. Keep his training, all his coaches, one those of his father, of course, but the American Kickboxing Academy, all coaches there, training him, Javier, still with him from the beginning to the end. And today, I saw him left the island, and people say, "Oh, champion, champion!" Everybody screaming, taking pictures. And he called his coach, "Come on, stay here, my side." Hugs Javier and took the pictures. This is the man. This is the champion. This is the great of all times. He has more values. That because he's 29-0 is gonna end up his career as the best ever in the sport. And the other one who has more skills, more excited fighter, still have a problem to even keep his belt, no lose to nobody, lose to himself all the time. Why? Lack of values, lack of principles, and stay surrounded by people he didn't supposed to have it, because he didn't believe in things bigger than him, because these guys told him he's bigger than God, he's bigger than everything. That's the sport business. That's very sad and dirty business. And only one way you keep yourself straight and be a true champion is, in my opinion, have highest belief. And Muslims have a very high beliefs on this. You know, there are heights on the ways. Other religions can do it, yes, can do as well. But Muslims are the one who believes you are here to make things great, but under the supervision and under the command of God. That's make you be out of this kind of craziness and dirty business. That's a true story. No? This is a true story. And so I just told you what's happened behind the scene from the title when Thiago Alves fought Georges St. Pierre.
But as someone, like, when you're inside watching, like these Dagestani athletes, they can go to Vegas and they can still kind of just be away from all the commotion.
Yes. It's because why? It is because the beliefs they have, you know, they believe in things bigger than them. They not let the ego got them. When you got the ego, you say, okay, I can do everything. Nobody is bigger than me. I am the man. You will start to lose yourself. They don't have that. It's the Dagestan people, because the fate of they have. It's the fate of they have. You know, this is the truth. Beside, of course, beside the scientific things about the Muslim religion, especially the focus, what they pray 5 times a day. This make them, get focused 5 times a day. They make the prayer is also a meditation, and the way they can. Hello.
Yeah, you're back.
Hello.
I see you.
You can see me?
Yeah.
Okay. And then this is, I believe, this is like they believe in things bigger than them, you know, and make them be out of this crazy business of fights.
Now, you know, as I'm kind of wrapping up the interview, I want to ask you, like, people that are listening to this, maybe something you want them to know, or maybe if they wanted to follow you or something like that.
Look, first of all, it's I'm a passionate for that sport, and as I'm keeping going because that, like, I cannot stop because that. And if people wants to reach me, I have my Facebook, my Instagram, and soon we're gonna have this new project in San Francisco. You can follow me, André Benkei. You also can follow Junior Killer. is also responsible for the project over there in San Francisco. And be in touch to maybe in future someone is listening to us, gonna be our fighters there or our supporter there. Also, we're gonna need it because the project to make a team like an old-fashioned way, you know, a family team. Let's see if it's gonna be possible to make this there in San Francisco with this project. Andre Benkei and Junior Killer, please follow us in Facebook, Instagram, and soon we're gonna have a website to the new team and to the new training center.
Well, it was great talking to you, and I hope we can do it again, man. I enjoyed it. I hope we can catch up again sometime.
Sure, my brother. Look, it's a pleasure to be here with you, and remember so many good things in our underground time. And I appreciate what you're doing. You're also passionate like me. You keep going, That's make the sport different. That make the sport great. And thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much for your job and for the opportunity to be here with you.
You're welcome, and that's a great picture behind you. Yeah.
She's the one. She's the one.
Yeah, it's good to see that.
She's here. You want to see her? She's here.
Sure.
Dessa! Vem cá. She's with 1 year old. Now she's 8 years old. Now she's 8 years old.
Hi, how are you?
Hello, say hello.
Hello.
What is your name?
Qual é seu nome?
Andressa.
See, my name is Andres.
My name is Andressa.
Nice to meet you.
She's gonna speak English soon, she said, because she wants to travel all over the world.
Oh, good. Just like your dad.
Ele falou que você quer viajar pelo mundo que nem eu. Say yes.
Yes.
Thank you, my brother.
Yeah, take care, and I'll get with you soon. I'll send this out to you.
Oh, thank you, my brother.
Okay, take care. Thank you.
Bye-bye.